I don't often show a lot of demos on this channel, but this one is worthy. I I watched a few people playing this on Twitch the other day, and I was like, oh, I need to play this game, and I found out it's only a demo, and it's coming out, and it's still got a lot of content for just a demo. I'm very impressed. This is Backpack Battles. Backpack Battles is an auto battler, so you need to organize your backpack in certain ways to trigger item combinations, to trigger certain builds. You're at the mercy of what comes into the shop. You have to buy things efficiently. I'm just gonna get in there and kind of show it to you. We're gonna start ranked. I never did a ranked match before. I played an unranked match, and the goal is to get to 10 wins. And you have essentially 5 deaths that you're allowed. And you're playing against other people, and these other people have gone through the same number of buys in the store as you have. So you're not playing against somebody that's got, like, you know, they're 10 into their run, and you're only on the first one. Everyone's on an even playing field. So let's start here and take a look at what we got. These are our backpack slots. Now you can rearrange all of these things if you want it. You can put them in any order. Playing as the Ranger, you start with the Ranger bag. Now items inside this bag gain a 5% crit hit for each clover that we have. And we have 1, so we're gonna make sure that our weapon is placed in here. And we're gonna throw our clover in as well. And then the banana, every 5 seconds, heals you for 4 and regenerates 1 stamina. Now, each of these things has some tags associated with it, okay? This is a food item. It's a common item, that's just the rarity. But then it's a nature item as well, and that's something to keep in mind later for synergies. In addition to the banana doing some regen and stamina, you trigger these things 10% faster for each star food of a different type. So, for example, you see where I'm placing these and it shows those stars. If you can put things in there that fulfill that requirement, then it will trigger 10% faster. For example, this garlic, every 4 seconds, I would gain 3 shields, which blocks 1 damage per stack. And you have a 30% chance to remove a vampirism from your opponent. Early on, I don't think we're gonna see a lot of vampirism, but later on that could be good. For the purposes of demonstrating this, I'm gonna put this in here and you can see when you're rotating it where those combinations are occurring. So this is filling that star. And now these foods are gonna trigger 10% faster because of that little combination. However, there's another thing in here, and there's recipes. So in my first run, I was able to unlock 4 different recipes. And these are things that are a little bit special. Once you successfully complete a fight with the comboed items, they morph to become something bigger and better. And so the spectral dagger, you need the regular dagger and the mana orb. This bloody dagger, you need the dagger and the blood amulet. This bloody goobert, you need the goobert and the blood amulet. And you can also see here at the bottom, these are vampiric. This is a magic weapon, so you need mana in your build to use this more effectively. And then this is a strong heroic potion. Doesn't have a type, it's just a potion, and you can see what that does. We're probably getting a little ahead of ourselves here. Almost any time that I can, I'm gonna wanna pick up some extra space in the bag. You can say, you know, I could reserve this for later if you want, and that's free to do. You can see your gold, health, stamina down here. This all becomes more understandable once we get going. If I were to buy another weapon here, I could put it in here and it fits nicely into my Ranger bag. I do get some extra crit chances with those. We've got the bag of stones. They can, stones above can be thrown repeatedly. Slots marked with the empty star will become starred when the effect can be applied. I don't know that this is necessarily what we want because we don't have any stones. But that might be interesting if stones do pop up. I think for now, I'm gonna just take this and I will buy this. It's gonna remain empty, but I'll have it for next time. And if I want, I can just reserve this for free and then I'll even re-roll here for 1. And this is healing herbs. So at the start of battle, you gain 1 regen, which heals 1 health per stack every 2 seconds. Depending on how things go, that could be really good. This is quite nice. It's a rare armor, but it's a little expensive and we're kind of slot limited, but I might remove a weapon and try to fit this in. So I'm gonna reserve this too. The downside of reserving, of course, is that it takes up a slot when the shop refreshes. So let's see what happens. Our stamina usage is medium here. You kind of want to keep an eye on that. And the cool thing is you go up against enemies that may have different builds. So they're playing as a different character. Everything's triggering on their own. And you can kind of get a sense of like what's doing all of their damage. There's a log that you can read in the middle as well. So if you take a look at this, you can see what's outputting all of your damage. You gain your lucky clover. This shows you like big damage here, dealt 2 damage, dealt 6 damage with that dagger, dealt 5 damage with that dagger. Yeah, actually, sorry, the red is just showing the opponent. My bad. Okay, so this is cool. We won our first round. That feels pretty good. We had some nice little synergies there. Let's not get too excited because things can get pretty wild. Let's keep going. Okay, so next. Ooh, this is nice. This is nice. But I think I want to buy... Well, I ultimately want to buy both of these. Okay, if I buy this, I'm only gonna have 4 left, but I have this reserved, and I'm kind of waiting to see if I can find stones. I don't know if that's worth me holding on to this. I'm gonna unreserve that now. If I were to get stones here, then cool. I think for right now, what I'm gonna do is buy this extra backpack slot, and I'm gonna buy the buckler, okay? 35% chance to gain 3 armor and remove 0.5 stamina from an opponent. So let's go ahead and just throw this in. There's no cool synergies or anything quite yet. I'm okay with this current build. This is reserved. Now we have some extra slots. I can probably get this armor next time, which gives us a nice little boost. And it's still early in the run, so that amount of armor feels pretty strong. But let's see how we go. By the power of capitalism. Okay. So he's got a frying pan. You can see the damage and how that's working there. There's also accuracy and cooldowns you need to keep in mind. But he gets some special benefits because of the food. You'll notice, though, his stamina, he's running out. And this fight's probably going to go a little bit long. So fatigue starts to get set in so that you don't have these unlimited battles. And these are basically just like constant damage that each player takes over time to keep things moving. It's a very, very cool idea because you could get into these stalemates, right? Once you find some cool little combos. Okay, so now this is a pretty good item, and you can see these blue lines here when you highlight an item. That means it's got synergies with stuff, and you can play with that to unlock different things and feel that out. I do want to buy this. I just don't know where I'm gonna put it. I guess I probably just ditch the buckler at that point, right? So yeah, I'm gonna buy this. I feel like this is a pretty early buy, but pretty solid as well. I can store this. I could sell it as well. That's an option. I think what I'll do though, I'm gonna go like this. So this is still technically in that bag. So you get that 5% crit chance. And then this can affect both of these up and down. And it looks like it said we're 1 out of 2 towards a hero sword. So that's kind of interesting. It's also drawing this to here. I don't know what the hero sword combination is. I have no idea. That's probably something in here because that's the same shape. But yeah, you might be able to get some shape ideas here too, like the frying pan with, I don't know, what that, I don't know. You find something that looks like that and you go for it. But yeah, let's see what happens at the end of this. And maybe, actually, if I go like this, does that do anything? No. Hero sword, 1 of 2. So maybe that means I need 2 of these to make a hero sword. That makes a little bit of sense. I don't think the lucky clover needs to be in this bag. It just says items inside gain 5% critical hit chance for each clover. So I have 1 clover. We'll see. I might just keep this stored for now and see how that goes. Let's go. Okay. So what do we have here? Goobert. 5-starred item activations, heal for 12. He's got double daggers here, so his stamina is pretty good, but we're doing big damage. We're actually wrecking here. But I feel like that's because we have so much block early on. This could be really cool. Could be our key to victory for us. Okay. Oh, this is decent, man. This is decent. Now, my stamina usage is in the medium territory. I don't necessarily want to go any more than that. I'm regenerating a stamina per second, but I'm using 1.4. If I run out of stamina, then I can't do anything. which is bad. So I do need to manage my stamina a little bit here. If I could find another one of these whetstones, man, that would be cool. That would be really cool. I'm gonna buy this bag, if for no other reason than I can at least use this. And this doesn't impact my stamina. So these are the only things impacting my stamina right now. And it feels like we're tanky enough to kind of win just with this currently. That said, what kind of items do we have? It's all just common items, no real synergies of note yet. These guys are cool, like these pets. I had like a dragon that hatched from an egg. It was really neat. I'm gonna re-roll this. Okay. Okay. So now, this is a whetstone, this is a stone. So this is the thing that we saw earlier. Can only be thrown once per battle, on hit, destroy, 3 block. I don't know if this is something we wanna buy just yet. I might snag this. Increases the rarity of 1 item in the shop every time it refreshes. I feel like let's throw that in. We have an empty slot. I've got a little bit of cash. The only other thing I would do is re-roll. The carrot cleanses a random debuff. I probably won't show like every single item. I'll try to hover over them so you can at least get an idea. But also there's some synergies here, right? So you can see if we hover over the piggy bank, it's combining with the clover. And the piggy bank, when you enter the shop, you gain 1 gold. Maybe that would have been the way to go, actually. But I'll buy this or I'll reserve this and see how it goes. Okay, let's jump back into the backpack battle. So here we go. He's got the double whetstones, and this is the hero sword. So the whetstones are the key to getting that. The thing is, man, we have so much block that they have to get through. It's basically like having a double health bar right now. And so they're probably thinking, oh, this is pretty good. But now fatigue is setting in, and yeah. Still pretty impressive that he got through all that block. So we're doing well. We're doing well. But let's not get too excited, okay? Now, I don't know why I would go double buckler. This takes up a lot of space. Now, in addition to having these regular satchels, you can also find these special ones. So a fanny pack, as an example. It adds only 2 backpack slots, but items inside trigger 10% faster. So whatever we put in there is going to trigger more often. If I go garlic here, I could put that into these slots, and I could combo it with a bunch of this food, or I could even rework the banana to probably fit in there. It is space, and I'm always tempted to take space when it comes up. Stone Skin Potion, when you have at least 20 block, consume this and convert 15 health to 30 block. And we have that right at the start. That feels like I need to buy that, doesn't it? I could buy all of these items and forget the piggy bank for now. I think I will do that. So if I put this here, and you can remove these and change this around at any point in time, right? But if I go here, then I'm getting the benefits of this. I'm wondering if there's a way that I can fit this in here. That's taking up both slots. Like, ideally, it would go something like this, and then you, like, where it's just sitting in there a bit. This heal for 4, maybe triggering more often, is better than this. Because the garlic is removing the vampirism. I don't want to get too deep in on the garlic, necessarily. But the other problem now is, if I want this, I need a slot for it. And that's a little bit annoying. But it would combo really well. So I probably shouldn't have bought this garlic. And I'll store it right now so it doesn't feel too bad. I don't have a potion to combo this with. So after being consumed, also applies the effect of the starred potion without consuming it. But if I could have another potion that would connect to this in this slot, then that would be really nice. But I feel like this combo right here, it's going to be pretty good for us, even though it's not an actual combination. Let's see how we feel. Okay, come on, baby. So we should see a bunch of block right away. Yeah, 75, because this triggers as soon as combat starts. Now, he's got some decent block as well. Notice here he's got 2 separate backpacks running. Not bad. And actually, like, it's taken us a while to get through this block, but we just have so much more. Fatigue is going to start to set in, but we have so much more block than they do that we're just going to win based on a defensive build here. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay. The cool thing is, from what I've seen people do and what I've experienced myself in a very limited number of runs, your run will change and take shape over time. It really depends what's going to come into here. Now, hello. This is an epic stamina sack. So you gain 1 maximum stamina. That's going to help us a lot. And you get the 3 backpack slots. And it's on sale, which is insanely cool. Yeah, very nice. Blueberries, you gain mana if you have at least 10. And then, oh, if you have 10, gain a clover instead. That's not bad. We don't really have a lot of, like, mana boosting things, to be honest. The double leather armor is interesting, but I don't think that's going to happen. Acorn collar, items gain a 5% crit hit chance for each clover. I only have 1. Slots marked with the, yeah. I mean, I would love to do something with that. I'm going to buy the stamina sack for now. We'll put it up here. And then I could do this. Actually, I can do... How can I do this? Do something like that. And then these are both triggering. And then this can go here. So now these are triggering more frequently because they're all foods. This is going to go off at the start again. I could buy this now, but it's 2 slots, right? So that's not going to really help me. If I re-roll, one thing I'm curious about here, increases the rarity of 1 item in the shop every time it refreshes. I don't know if that's only from re-rolling or every time you come in. Probably every time you come in. But really what we need here is we need a whetstone. Like, oh my God, it heard me. It heard me. So if I do this, there we go. Now we're gonna hero sword. And I'm imagining it's only gonna do this one. See the gold lines? We'll see what happens though. We'll see what happens. I had this in my last run that worked out really well because its stamina cost is 0. It's just awkward to fit in here, right? But honestly, I could get rid of this buckler, and if we get another space like this, then next time I could buy this and I could make it fit. And I think we'll reserve both of these. I'm gonna now get rid of the piggy bank and let that refresh. Yeah, I could re-roll now. Let's do that. Then I can lock things in. The blood amulet is cool because it's vampiric and you could start building some life leech builds. It's pretty easy to fit in there too, being only 1 slot. And I'm pretty comfortable reserving that, even though we're reserving 3 things. I think this is pretty good. I think our build is feeling solid right now. I feel like the enemy is going to be stronger here. Oh, maybe not, actually. This doesn't look that good. Like, we basically have double the health pool. And I don't see a world where people can get through that. Not with this build, anyways. Plus, he's running his stamina really low. So, we're both rookies, to be fair. But we're absolutely dominant currently. Okay. God, I love this, and I am addicted. I really want you guys to like this because we could have some fun here. Okay, so it does consume those whetstones, but now I have a hero sword. I'm back up to medium usage. And actually, I didn't even notice if we went down to low with this other sack that we bought. However, let's see, what are these connecting to? So this actually connects to the leather armor. That's very interesting. I don't hate that at all. I only have 12 to spend. And now we can see here the wooden sword is, or the hero sword is the wooden sword, whetstone. So I don't know about you guys, but I love games like this where you're figuring out combinations. And this is something like Vampire Survivors did extremely well. So how can I make this happen? 9 and 4 is 13. I'd have to sell something. However, I could just do this, right? And then I could put this here and do that. That's going to turn into vampiric armor. Now, I don't know what that means. Is this going to change where I don't gain that 45 block? Because that's kind of pretty huge for our build. I guess we'll find out, won't we? Yes, we will. I'll put this one back in here because I'm not sure if it matters. One thing I would like for it to do is you see how it shows here. Where can I show you an example? I don't think that it shows the modified results. So what I mean by that is if this is in my Ranger bag and it's increasing accuracy by 5% per stack, right? So let's put this in here. Accuracy is at 90. If I take this out, like that's not showing any change in accuracy there. And I wish that it did. I wish it said 90% plus whatever to show that it's being modified. I think that would be a nice little touch. Anyways, we'll keep these reserved. This is obviously cool. But you can't get everything, right? And so it's a holy item. Looks like we're kind of leaning towards a vampiric build right now because that's the only things that we have. We do have some nature items just because it's food. But yeah, maybe I should re-roll once. Let's re-roll one time here. Hey, you know what? I'll take this. Yep, we'll take it. And I'll put this here, we'll put this here. I don't think these need to be in the Ranger bag, but just for now, I'm gonna put them in there. And yeah, I feel like we're pretty solid. Let's go. After this round, we'll see what that vampiric armor is. Well, that scared me. This guy had the same amount of health, but he's got absolutely 0 block. He has a ton of food though, so that's gonna trigger pretty quickly. He's gonna be able to cleanse debuffs, which I'm not really imparting. He's gonna gain some block, but is it enough? He's actually held up pretty well here. I'm pretty impressed. I'm pretty impressed with how he held up. Like he got through a lot of my health there. So we need to now start modifying, and we are. We're gonna have this vampiric armor, which should give us some like life leech or something. Okay. Oh, interesting. Converts 30 health right away into 60 armor, and gain 2 vampirism now. So now this is actually pretty good. Okay, so I don't necessarily want to get rid of my garlic, I don't think. Now this is something I don't quite understand yet, but maybe it's just getting to this point of the game where you have like 5 or 7 wins. You get these special unlocks, okay? So these are specific to your character. Piercing arrow. Weapons deal 30% critical damage. They remove 5 block on crit. Item activates 50% chance to gain a clover stack. Okay, which would increase your overall accuracy. Once we take this, I believe the store will reset and we'll get those other things back. 5% chance to resist poison for each nature item. You gain spikes, which deal damage per stack when being hit by a melee weapon. Man, I think this is pretty good, but I need to get it in a position like this, I think. Yeah, that's cool. Let's put this in storage. So on those diamonds, 50% chance to gain a clover when that item activates. So we want to put things that are going to activate on the regular in there. Probably food items. And this might be a good time for me to change my bag a little bit. I can also buy this. Oh, this is on sale. This is really cool. This is really cool, but it's like a heavy stamina cost. I got this at the end of my last run. I ultimately did lose. So maybe that's not the way to go, but it's a lot of damage, right? And it's a godly weapon. The other ones we've seen are legendary, right? That's the highest, and then epic, and then I think rare. Okay. I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna buy this, and we're gonna buy this. And then I need to like reconfigure my bag a little bit. I'll just put this into storage. Okay, give me a sec to reconfigure my bag. Okay, that took a little trickery, but let me show you why I'm doing this the way that I'm doing it. So this item up here triggers items more frequently. So we have our 2 food items. I sold one of the garlics. This makes it so that, oh, actually I could even do this. Yeah, this is better. So now this is hitting both food items, and whenever they trigger, you get a 50% chance to gain 1 clover, which then increases accuracy on these stacks. Now, this on the stars that are lit, the weapons deal 30% extra critical damage. And I've got all of the weapons touching the Ranger bag, which increases their critical chance for each clover. So we have 2 clovers. We've got these all lined up. All of these weapons are being impacted by that. And I've also got the bow and arrow so that when this weapon crits, and it should crit often because it's being modified by the bag, the clovers, and the damage from here, then this shoots twice, so that's some cool synergies there. Let's actually just put these straight up like that so it looks nicer. I've got the buckler, I've got the stone skin potion over here, and I've got these items reserved, this one being on sale. If I can fit it and we can get our stamina up, then I'll consider it. But let's see how this goes. Wish me luck and begin. Okay. So this is for 8. Oh, this guy's got a lot of block as well, but not close to what I've got. Problem is, we gave up a lot of that health very early on, and we are running out of stamina, as you can see, but we're winning considerably, and that feels pretty good. Okay, baby. It would be so nice. It'd be so nice to get a win here. Our second run ever. You guys didn't see the first run, but man, this would be just incredible. The stone, what does that link with? So that links with this, interestingly enough. Stone skin potion. Okay, I have another blood amulet here. This is a potion belt. So potions inside have a 30% chance to also apply the effect of another potion inside it without consuming it. It's nice, but unless I have another potion, it doesn't really make a lot of sense. This doesn't really have any synergies right now. We don't have a dagger or an armor or a goobert that I know of. And what else? Like, that's pretty much it. I might just buy this. It's only 1. It's only 1. I don't want to take another weapon because my stamina usage is already high. This doesn't cost any stamina. This costs all the stamina. So this is kind of like, you know, I don't know if I'm ever going to get there. But I'd be curious to see what this synergy is. Yeah, okay, so I need 2 of these. Interesting. Very interesting. I think, let me unreserve this. I'm going to give up on that. Too much, well, it's actually not even too much space. It's just the stamina is the real problem there, right? I would have to go more into like bananas and things like that I'm not seeing. So do I maybe reserve this? Get rid of that one? Yeah, sure. Let's re-roll. Well, there's a goobert. That's kind of cool. Corrupted crystal. This is different. Weapon sockets. What does this mean? Weapon. Oh, it goes on a weapon. That's cool. So what that means is when an enemy is below 30% health, we deal even more damage. If we put it on armor or other sockets, like you can see on the buckler or on the armor there, then we would gain 5 armor every time 7 debuffs are inflicted. Or just put it in the backpack, every 5 seconds inflict fatigue damage, and that's like unstoppable damage, which is pretty cool. That is pretty cool, man. I do feel like when they get lower though, us getting that 50% extra damage out is really nice. And I probably put it here, or do I? So if we look at the DPS, this is dealing 2 per second, this is dealing 2.1. So technically it would be better to put it there. Then if it crits, it's even more, right? And we have all the crit lineups for that to happen. This would be pretty neat. It's a lot of space that I can't really account for. And pocket sand is a decent filler. But yeah, I think we're gonna put this right here. And you know what? I'll buy a pocket sand. So it's gonna inflict a blind, decreases their accuracy by 5, but I just don't have a better thing here yet. So let's go for that. And then I'll re-roll and see if there's anything I wanna save. I'll save this for like one more go here. Okay, we got another stamina sack. See, now if I would have been saving that sword and I get this, then maybe I have enough to utilize that sword and ditch some of the other weapons. Let's lock that in. I'm reserving a few too many things here though, I think. It's another food item. The nice thing about reserving late is that you know what you're getting, right? And that's when you're you're forming your run a little bit more, so maybe it's not so bad. Maybe it's not so bad. If because I do want to keep the potion belt in case I find another potion. The extra stamina is really nice, and that's cool. Dragon skin boots, your health drops below 70%, gain a clover, an empower, and some block once. Okay, I'm gonna ditch this one and save this one, and let's do this battle. Okay, I do have one empty slot there. Let's see, this guy's got a big sword, the Ripsaw Blade. Very intrigued about how that's gonna operate. He's got a lot of food triggers here. He's got that piercing arrow impacting only this. You would think he would probably want that impacting that. But what do I know? It's actually very close. That was very close. We have one more round, you guys. One more round here. Oh, God. Okay, now that is clearly tempting. This does let me throw stones repeatedly, which is kind of nice for 0 stamina cost. I think I could maybe work that into my life. The pineapple gains those spikes, triggers 10% faster for each star food of a different type, but not pineapple. Yeah. This is, I don't know if this is that good. I'm gaining a little bit of block every 4 seconds. I feel like I could replace that with this. I feel like I could do that. Man, the lightsaber's cool. Uses 3 regen to inflict 6 blind for 5 seconds. The problem is I don't have a regen build, right? So as cool as this looks, I don't think this is gonna get things done for me, right? The only thing I could maybe do with this is put it in this slot right here and then move some things around. Man, is this ever a tough call? Okay, first things first. Let's not get too ahead of ourselves, okay? Let's buy this bag. And now I could sell this sword. I could put this here. Sell this sword. Buy the lightsaber. Because this sword's not doing anything, right? This is an improvement, even though I don't have the benefits of the other, like, of the regen. It's still pretty nice. If I sold this for 2, that takes me to 9. I would still need to sell a few more things. I could sell a pocket sand. That takes me to 10. I could sell a garlic. That takes me to 11. Oh, I don't know. I could ditch this too. That's for 2. This is a very interesting position to be in. Okay. I'm gonna try to go for this here. So I need 3 more. Sell that for 2. Sell this for 1. Buy the sword. Slot it in there. I'm back to medium stamina usage, but my damage should have increased big time. I do kind of like that it doesn't just show you, here's your DPS, you know? You're figuring that out based on all of these item combos, right? So that's gonna crit. Oh, actually, I just realized. Oh, I can move this too. Oh, yeah, okay. So here's what we need to do in this situation. Put this guy down here. Okay, I'll sort it out. Okay, so we've got the corrupted crystal on this weapon slot for the lightsaber. That's cool. We have the hero sword over here, so it's still benefiting from the ranger bag. The bow and arrows impacting the lightsaber. The piercing arrows impacting all those things. There might be some optimizations here, like this only triggers at the start, but I am triggering my food on these, so I figure like that's fine. I made a slot for this. That's pretty much all I have right now, and there's no sense in reserving. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter, but we need to win this one. So let's go, baby. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, he's got some stuff, but he doesn't have any evolve. Well, he's got the blood thorn. Okay, so he might be life leeching a little bit there, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know. We're both. I think he's gonna destroy me here. Actually, I think he's gonna destroy me. Let's see. We need to see some crits. I mean, it's close. I'm getting some shields. It's very close. Oh my god. Oh my God. That is so sick. Take the win, ranking change plus 52, or start survival mode. Survive 18 rounds, 8 left, and then your ranking changes more. I'll take the win, baby. I'll just take the win. Give me a plus 52. We went undefeated, which I'm so thankful for. That is so cool. Man, is this ever awesome. That dude probably feels a little bit bad. A little bit bad, but you know what? It's all about what you get. There's some luck involved, but there's some strategy and some planning involved. Like, I love it, okay? I love this. This is a freaking blast, and I want to do more. So let me know what you guys think. I'd love to hear your thoughts. This is so addicting. Try it out. This is free. This is a demo. This is free. Go play it right now. I'll have a link down below for you. That's fine. This is not sponsored. Just go and have a super time, okay? Bye, everyone.